toutes et à tous, quel plaisir de vous retrouver aujourd'hui. Nous sommes bien installés dans notre cabine, on espère que chez vous aussi vous êtes bien installés. Omar da Fonseca, Benjamin da Silva, c'est pas Romario de Beto, mais c'est pas mal quand même pour vous commenter ce match. Et c'est parti ici pour ce 8e de finale très attendu. Et on le sent déjà à notre plan général, c'est une très belle rencontre qui s'annonce.
On commence à sentir l'atmosphère de la haute compétition. Plus que 16 équipes en lice. Maintenant, c'est une affaire de gestion émotionnelle, des capacités à maîtriser l'enjeu.
C'est parti dans cette rencontre.
To lift it in. The referee's whistle has gone in favour of a discomforted Mike Maignan.
Maignan Jackson having a little wrestling match, and yeah, just catches him on the top of the boot. It's his own player though, isn't it, Chouameni?
It's an interesting start to the game, notably over the course of the first week or so at this World Cup. Grappling at set pieces and corners of that nature hasn't really been a thing. It certainly was in many of the major European leagues over the domestic season just finished.
Yeah, it's got to be tempered, hasn't it, that? It's not a great sight, it's not a great way for football to go forward.
This is William Saliba from an Arsenal team which excelled from set-piece situations. Luka Meccano of Bayern Munich, champions of the German Bundesliga. His teammate Michael Olise. Dembele here for the golden ball, and here is Kylian Mbappe. And the moment he made contact with the football, the volume rose. There is huge expectation on his shoulders.
Well, it's Rabiot involved in that challenge here, but it was his ball to Mbappe that should have led to something better. Just a high boot and following through, but he sees his teammate quickly. Maybe a little bit early in the match for Mbappe. Even he can miss control at times. Just got ahead of the ball a touch.
His numbers are remarkable. This is the 15th World Cup game he's played. That takes him up to 8th in the all-time list, jointly for France with Maxime Bossis, someone out there I'm sure remembers him, a left full back who played in the World Cup finals of 78, 82 and 86. Koundé. Rabiot. Maignan, who fills the gloves of Hugo Lloris, for so long France's #1.
He's done ever so well, hasn't he, to follow in those footsteps.
Doué for a French team which hasn't lost its opening game at a World Cup since Senegal beat them in 2002. Koundé is back of Koulibaly.
Yeah, Koundé's a centre-half by trade, and you wouldn't say he's one of the better attacking fullbacks, but he's certainly got forward there.
Diatta. Nice exchange with Sarr. Stolen back by Hernandez. Diatta stood his ground. Had assistance from Idrissa Gana Gueye. Gueye for Koulibaly. Outside of him, Haj Malik Diouf, who even in a relegation season in his first year in the European football with West Ham was often a standout star.
He was. He's only 21 years of age. It says a lot for his temperament that he settled so quickly in a foreign country in a much higher league to what he was used to.
Funny enough, Alan, he made, albeit in a friendly, his West Ham debut in this stadium against Manchester United in the Premier League Summer Series last year. Jackson. Oh, it's a sweet touch for Ismail Assar, who's on the march here. It was closed down determinedly by Upamecano.
That was terrific defending, because what a dangerous moment that was. I think that's where Senegal will be hoping to hurt France, when they do win the ball back and spring forward quickly.
Gay nudged off it by Rabiot. Doué can look up, but he is allowed very little time to ponder. Senegal are about this.
Well, they're a fit, physical team that get around the pitch really well, Senegal.
Bali. Up towards Jackson. Well, that was where he needed to be, and the flag is up in any case.
Yeah, Nicholas Jackson just going a little bit early, but his movement is good. Fans of Chelsea might vouch for that. Maybe not always the best finisher, but he gives you a target as a centre forward. Works the channels well, more often than not.
Saliba. Upamecano. Romania of Real Madrid. Oh, it's a misstep again. His own penalty area. Hernandez. With the uncertain moment.
Michael Elise receiving the ball here, playing a more central role than we thought he might. Dembele's through the middle, and Mbappe is too.
Diouf. Sadio Mane. Very well without him 4 years ago, Senegal, but thrilled to have back senior statesman for this World Cup. Koulibaly was an injury worry too, and he is evidently central to their defensive effort. Eli Manning, New York Giants quarterback of some renown in what was once his office, his workplace. Mane, Jackson. That again by Upamecano, and with greater certainty that time by Chouameni.
Well, Senegal settled pretty well into this contest. Seen a fair amount of the ball in France's half.
Senegal 4 years ago lose both games they played against European opponents, beaten in the group stage by the Netherlands and then ultimately knocked out by England in the last 16. Mendy, the Chelsea goalkeeper, now with Al Ahly in Saudi Arabia, is one of 4 in this 11 who were born in France. He's from Normandy. Historical links between these countries are considerable, centuries old. Rabiot. Dembele. Elise. Upamecano. It's Koundé from fullback who's offering the width to which Alan referred. All the way here to Doué, with Hernandez outside of him. Meccano. Dembele. Mbappe couldn't take it tidily. Koulibaly clears.
That's 2 loose touches from Mbappe. Who would have thought? Especially when he's got the ball in the box. That's when he comes alive.
He scored 42 goals in 44 games for Real Madrid last season. Kylian Mbappe. He's not normally shy in this circumstance.
Simple enough ball to control. But that was looser than loose.
Rabiot. Doué. Rabiot. Hernandez ahead of him from full-back. Rabiot is one of those who survives from 4 years ago. Scored himself a World Cup goal against Australia in Qatar. Long. Mane determined to make it up and threatening to make a bit of mischief.
Yeah, Saliba a little casual there. Nearly let Senegal in, but here's a chance.
Koulibaly's error. Dembele just too heavy with the pass.
Some of the French players just taking a bit of time to find the feet, find the touch.
Tremini. Doué, European champions, Paris Saint-Germain. Meccano. Elise. It's a really sweet turn. He was too clever by half, Desiree Doué. He's got a free kick. France are quickly on with it. Okay, he was in the way.
They do play France with a lot of rotation. It's going to call for a lot of concentration from those Senegal players when they are out of possession. At least Doué will be popping up in all sorts of areas.
Romani. Doué. Hernandez. Dembele again from relatively deep. So they're joining in from centre half, albeit cautiously. Meccano. Koundé. Elise. He's got a trick. Take off the shoulder, a wiggle of a hip. For Meccano.
Well, they know how to defend Senegal. They've got a good shape about them. Lots of experience in the middle of that back four in Niakite and Koulibaly.
Coach there in Pap Chow, who has proven to be a great motivator. He's won 18 of his first 25 games in charge. Trezeguet, the veteran. Too long. Saliba. Chouameni. Kickoff in New Jersey, New York, so the players are dealing here with the height of the afternoon sun. For balance, it's worth reporting that it is just a mild day here, pleasantly warm, not swelteringly.
Yeah, certainly cooler than it was for the Brazil-Morocco game.
Diouf, Papke, supported by Upamecano. Saliba looking to advance again. Rabiot, Doué, Hernandez. Mbappe forced back. Saliba, Chouameni. This is Elise. Koundé's made his way into the penalty area. Elise set it back. Dembele.
Beginning to take control now. France been quite a controlled beginning to this game for them. And they've had some moments that could have turned out a lot better.
Doué snatched away from him by Idrissa Gueye. Okay, made himself tight. Mane. Fullback Diatta. Okay, asking Sarr to run onto it. It is Ismaila Sarr. Just leaving it up and behind.
It was a beautifully weighted pass that from Papke. Pass that deserved a lot better. First time to take out the fullback. You would have expected better from Ismaila Sarr there.
Okay, big man, 6'2". He scored, quotes, the winner in the AFCON final, which turned out not to be the winner. So history, at least currently, records. Chouameni. Koundé. Diouf, did he let that wriggle behind? Yes, he did. It's a corner. Elise to take. Dembele near post, Chouameni in front of the penalty spot. In by Elise. Behind last off Chouameni for a goal kick. Senegalese in good spirits. They've seen through more or less the first quarter of the game, with no reason yet not to smile. Rising with Saliba, Mane coming together. Going to ground, he's got a free kick right on the centre spot.
Yeah, Sadio Mane tends to drift inside a little more than he did in his heyday, but still their talisman.
forward by Mendy. They had time to turn. To lift it up towards Dembele. Forward. It's by Rabiot. Taken up now by Mbappe. Touch behind by Diatta, necessarily for a corner.
Yeah, alarm bells will always be ringing when he's running at you.
Mbappe. Doué. Gay got in the way. Gay can carry it clear. Lift it forward from Nicholas Jackson. Upamecano engaging with Ismail Assar. This rangy diagonal, well enough read by Malik Diouf. Oh, Mendy nearly got himself into trouble. Diatta. Assar, who took a challenge from behind, he wanted a free kick, which was not forthcoming. Upamecano. Romani. Mbappe. Shedding off into Diouf. Good cleans up and he set Jackson away here. Nicholas Jackson has fired it against the base of the post. It took a bit of the goalkeeper and it wriggled precariously behind for a corner.
Well, such good fortune this one from Mike Maignan. How often do you see it rebound off the post, off the back of the keeper and into the net? Super stuff from Diouf, winning the ball back and then providing the quality with the pass. I mean, it's a shot to nothing, really. You're always asking a lot to beat the keeper from there, but he very nearly does. Nicholas Jackson. Maignan looking behind him nervously. Maybe thinks he's put it in his own net, and he nearly did.
Well, we're overdue a hydration break, but he doesn't want one because Senegal have a bit of momentum here. Lamine Camara has wandered over to take their corner. Jackson wrapped up right in front of the goalkeeper there. Camara fires it in. Too much on it. And the referee can now invite the players to take their hydration break, nearly 26 minutes in.
The world is changing, but with every challenge comes a chance to build better, stronger. We're investing in ourselves, buying Canadian, prospering from our resources and critical minerals. Our plan is to create jobs, build affordable homes twice as fast, break down barriers between provinces, and expand global trade. This is our moment to build a strong economy by Canadians, for Canadians. A message from the Government of Canada.
Play for the Ultras? game over.
Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra Zero.
What if bubbles are what makes flavor pop? What does a rainbow taste like? Can jerk chicken be a burger? And what if tomatoes were always in season? There's more to discover in the PC Insiders Report.
A major heat wave's moving in, courtesy of Love Island USA. Forecasts predict 100% chance of romance and drama. This will be the hottest season yet.
Get the Crave TSN bundle. This is the moment. Stream every match of the FIFA World Cup and the return of the HBO original series, House of the Dragon.
You are the Queen of Dragons.
All this for a limited time. Visit tsn.ca/FIFA 26.
France yet to have a shot on target, which makes it less than thrilling for those who wear those blue colours. So Senegal have been defensively robust. They were unbeaten in qualifying, and indeed in qualifying in the 10 games they played, they conceded only 3 times. All 3 goals they conceded were to DR Congo. Pass to Yohan Wissa. Conceded here, though their only clean sheet in 12 World Cup games prior to this was the 1-0 win against France in South Korea 24 years ago. Niakate is up from centre-half to relaunch by launching, potentially, a long throw into the penalty area. Jackson lurking over the goalkeeper's shoulder. Ismail Assar right in front of him. Koulibaly there is a natural target too at the near post. Niakate bends his back, headed away to Kylian Mbappe, who couldn't progress. And then Dembele was put down.
Seeing too much of Dembele so far.
High foot from Lamine Camara. Another good tackle from Diouf, not the first. With no route round Upamecano this time, but now he has another dart at it. And he's fed it here for Ismail Assar, who was never poised over his shot.
Closed down Michael Elise quickly over on that far side.
Again with Camara. And Gay. Niakate. Koulibaly. Diatta. Gay. Diatta. Camara. Niakate. Diouf. Too tight. And he would get tight to Sadio Mane. He scored more goals for Senegal than any other man. Still a tight spot. Let's go to Pape Gueye. Saliba. Rabiot.
Interesting pick, Rabiot. He's reliable, he's experienced. Deschamps could have gone in another direction, but he trusts his man.
Get there. There's French names in there. Robert Pires, and to his left there, Patrick Vieira, who in a sense personifies this fixture. One of France's greatest ever, whose origins were in Senegal.
Yeah, a couple of Arsenal legends there, I thought you were going to say.
I'm just proud to sit next to one. Of 1998.